what kind of projects have been brought forward, and look at the possibility of taking one or two of these things forward and assessing the cost and the complications resulting from this, or a group of 3 or 4 at a time. I think that's the way we were operating before. We still are. No, we're not. We're doing that with the general plan amendments. But the same process that we're doing with the general plan amendments, or we're doing, and take a group of 3 or 4 and say, let's see how they move through and see what the response is. At least we would not be taking a whole pile saying,
right,
wait, and we say, oh, you're all out.
Yep. Because
the Coastal Commission is saying, no go until you do this, and 14 other things.
Okay.
Yeah. And to specifically take a look at the school project.
Yeah.
You know, they passed a bond, and they're expending money, and they haven't gotten squat in return, and who's being hurt? It's our kids.
Yeah, but the school project has nothing to do with our local planning process. They don't have to go through, to put in a school, you don't go through the
It's part of the amendment process, right?
They don't go through the local planning process.
But in this particular case, we did the planning.
Right.
I thought the schools were exempt from the plan.
They're not exempt from the coastal plan.
No, they were.
But they're exempt from our process.
Well, the problem is that in the coastal zone, the zoning is actually a state function. It's not really local zoning. And we actually went to court once with one of the districts when they refused to go through the process, and the court ruled in the county's favor that in fact they do have to go through the LCP in order to get whatever they want to do.
Thank you very much.
You've heard some comments, and you've gotten lots of things to report back on.
Yes, and I'm thinking that, I don't know how long it'll take, but I'm thinking maybe April 8th might be appropriate or not, but that's the next general meeting.
Sure. Okay, thank you, Allison. At this point, real quickly, I'd like to look towards public expression with the member of the public in the audience. Great sense of excitement to see him back, Mr. Beltrami, and it's a delight to see you back here in fit condition. If you have any comments to the board, I'd serve.
My cane at home.
Hell, you don't need it.
Oh, well, that's what I tell my therapist. Mr. Chairman, board members, it's great to be back. I feel like listening to this presentation, I feel like a junior Rip Van Winkle. I've come back and things have moved slowly, but then government moves slowly, I find. I want to thank you all for your thoughts during the period that I was gone. I want to tell you that it was a rather difficult period of time, though I was unconscious most of it, fortunately. But you become alerted to the fact that life is important, your friends are important, your family is important, and sometimes other things are maybe perhaps not quite as important as we like to think they are. But with that, Mr. Chairman, I think I'm back on the road, and if there's any advice I can ever give any board member, I'm certainly free to give it to you at no cost.
Well, one piece of advice to you, Mr.
Yes.
Beltrami,
Yes.
is no more CSAC conventions for you.
I think maybe that's my last CSAC convention.
Yeah, now that you're back on the road, let's see if you can stay on the damn road.
Well, if trees wouldn't move around so much, it would make it easier.
Welcome back, Al. Thank you very much. Okay, got a couple more items, routine business here. Mr. CEO, how about legislative or CEO report?
We have no legislative report today, and the CEO's report, that you all have copies of it. In the interest of time and the closed session remaining, I'll defer to questions from the board.
Okay. And for the record, we did accept the DOT director's report before he gave the Mill Creek discussion. So, let's see. We do have appointments before us. Let's take that up. Item number 12, appointments to boards or commissions. What's the action on the board?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded, a single item, item E.
So that would be the WIB appointments as scheduled on the staff recommendation.
Slate of appointments. That was the intention, correct? Yep, okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, okay. County council report.
We have nothing to report.
Thank you. Committee reports, supervisor reports. Any supervisor reports? Okay. Oh, there is one.
Supervisor, from the General Government Committee, just to note that the board, or the committee's recommending we move forward on the posting of additional information for the public on the internet and in our consent calendar. We had one aspect of that, which is just the first level of moving forward on that, one that we can do with the existing resources that we have, and the committee will continue to look at and explore additional augmentations to that. And as the budget allows and as we go through the budget process, we will be discussing ways to do that.
Thank you. Any other reports? Okay, we do have an item of closed session yet to finish, so, oh, I'm sorry. Any other public expression in the audience? Okay, seeing none. Let's finish up that item in closed session, and then we'll have a report back out. Mendocino County Board of Supervisors back in regular session. Nothing to report out of closed session. We'll move to Pledge of Allegiance. Would Mr. Winkler grace us with leading the Pledge of Allegiance, please?